All right. Hi, everybody. It's meteorologist Terry Swails. What a day we have got going around the Midwest today. Plenty of sunshine in our skies out there. The temperatures are only in the 70s. The dew points are low. The wind is light. That's a number 10 day. We were expecting it, and sure enough, it is out there in all of its glory. Hope you get a chance to get out and enjoy it. And we certainly started the day off on a fresh note. Take a look at these low temperatures at the National Weather Service office out in Mount Joy in northwestern Davenport. The low temperature down to 53 degrees this morning, and the official low in the Quad Cities, which is established out at the Quad City International Airport, was 56. Had we been able to get down to 54, we could have tied the record low for the day. As it is, we were very close to that and certainly had some nice cool conditions out there to start our day. And something else I've come across here in the last 24 hours is the fact that in Cedar Rapids, Iowa, up in the big CR, there has never been a summer without a 90-degree temperature. And so far, that has not occurred there. And so right now, with more cool air in the forecast for the next couple of days, there is that chance that this could be a historic summer in the Cedar Rapids area. And now we get back to our satellite imagery, and everyone around Iowa today, eastern Iowa anyway, and up through Minnesota and Wisconsin and down into Illinois, enjoying outstanding weather conditions. But you can't help notice those bright white clouds out to the west of us. That's the first signs of some change in our forecast. What's happening here is that some warm, moist air is returning to the plain states, and on the leading edge of that, we are getting some clouds and showers and thunderstorms to form. And that energy is going to work its way eastward in the next 24 hours and will bring a chance for some showers and thunderstorms to my immediate area. But before that can happen, we have got to get some moisture in here. As we indicated, the dew points are nice and low out there today, running only in the low to mid 50s. So something's going to have to change here. And as our storm gets organized and we get our winds to come into the west-southwest, that warm, moist air will make a move and an assault on the Midwest. And here we are by Saturday evening, and look at the dew points then. They're getting up close to 80 in extreme southeastern Iowa. Perhaps a bit inflated, but I still think mid to upper 70s, and that's going to make for some muggy conditions. And with temperatures warming on Saturday, a real summer-like day expected then. But that is not going to last long, I promise you. The cool air will be back into the Midwest again starting Sunday and especially into next week. Anyway, getting back to our situation, as that moisture makes its move onto the Midwest, especially eastern Iowa and western Illinois here later tonight and tomorrow, it will generate a round of showers and thunderstorms, and you can see that on our surface map here, the green indicating where there is expected to be precipitation. So we'll be watching that situation as we go through the day and the overnight hours. This is a simulated radar off the high-resolution NAM, and it does show a thunderstorm cluster working its way southeast from northwestern Iowa and Minnesota into my immediate area as we get towards the morning hours on Friday. And that could fester around for a little bit Friday afternoon, so I am expecting quite a few clouds around, and some areas will be seeing some showers and thunderstorms, and that's just the first round of rain. As we take a look at this jet stream map here, you can see that disturbance there that's running across the Dakotas and up into Canada. That's a really vigorous disturbance. That's what's going to pull the warm, moist air in here. And then finally, as that energy comes across the Midwest Saturday night, that should bring another round of showers and thunderstorms to some areas, and then finally behind that we get our cooler weather conditions. And so here we've got Saturday night, and again on the surface features you can see our cold front starting to head into eastern Iowa, and you can also see some thunderstorms advancing out of Iowa down into Illinois and parts of Indiana, and those could put out some pretty good rainfall. I'll have to watch that situation closely in the next 24 hours, but there's going to likely be some training involved in that scenario there. And if you get in the right spot and get the storms to roll over you a couple, 3 times, rains of an inch or 2 would be easily accessible. Well, now we're going to the GFS rainfall forecast, and this goes out here over 120 hours, so 5 days. And it's not really too bullish from the Quad Cities off to the north and west, but just south of here you can see there are some pockets of heavy rain, and those extend off into Illinois. So that particular model has its interpretation. Now we're going to take you on to the high-resolution NAM, and it has its heavier rains a little bit further to the south and west and pretty much eliminates them into northern Illinois. So an entirely different scenario there, but it sure does show some rains that are going to be in excess of an inch. So we still haven't got the continuity that I'd like to see in the models regarding the total rainfall out of the system, but the point is somebody's going to see some decent rains here as we go through the next 72 hours. And so what we're going to show you now is the Weather Prediction Center's interpretation of all of this, and what they do there is just kind of average it all out, look at all the models, and come up with this solution. And if it's correct, there should be some good rains from about the Quad Cities on to the south and east, and there could be some areas with 1 to as much as 3 inches before this system moves on out of the Midwest. Finally, after that, well, things begin to dry out once again as our storm track goes northwesterly. That's going to start tapping into that cooler, drier Canadian air, and once again, looks like temperatures will head back down into the 70s as we go into most of next week. So one hot, humid day coming up here on Saturday, and a couple rounds of showers and thunderstorms as the weather gets unsettled going into the weekend, and then we cool it right back down again early next week. And that is your afternoon weather briefing for this beautiful day. Thanks for visiting tswails.com, and as I always say, roll weather.